Sermon 1. Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. For I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Here is a very seasonable cordial to revive the drooping spirits of the saints in these sad and sinking times. For the hour of temptation is already come upon all the world to try the inhabitants of the earth. And in special, this is the day of Jacob's troubles in our own bowels. Our great apostle experimentally holds forth in this gospel text the very life and soul of all practical divinity, wherein we may plainly read his own proficiency in Christ's school, and what lesson every Christian that would evidence the power and growth of godliness in his own soul must necessarily learn from him. These words are brought in by Paul as a plain argument to persuade the Philippians that he did not seek after great things in the world, and that he sought not theirs, but them. He did not pass for a great estate. He had better things to take up his heart withal. I do not speak, saith he, in respect of want, for whether I have or have not, my heart is fully satisfied. I have enough. I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I have learned. Contentment in every condition is a great art, a special mystery. It is to be learned, and so to be learned as a mystery. And therefore, verse 12, he affirms, I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed. The word which is translated instructed signifies mystery, and it is as much as if he had said, I have learned the mystery of this business. Contentment is to be learned as a great mystery, and those that are thoroughly trained up in that art have learned a deep mystery, the which is as Samson's riddle to a natural man. I have learned it. It is not now to learn, neither had I it at first. I have attained it, though with much ado, and now, by the grace of God, I am become master of this art. In whatsoever state I am. The word state is not in the original, but in what I am. That is, in whatsoever concerns or befalls me, whether I have little or nothing at all. Therewith to be content. The word which we render content here hath in the original much elegancy and fullness of signification in it. In strictness of phrase it is only attributed unto God, who hath styled himself God all-sufficient, as resting wholly satisfied in and with himself alone. But he is pleased freely to communicate of his fullness to the creature, so that from God in Christ the saints receive grace for grace, Job chapter 1, verse 16, insomuch that there is in them an answerableness of the same grace in their proportion that is in Christ. And in this sense Paul saith, I have a self-sufficiency, as the word notes. But hath Paul a self-sufficiency, you will say? How are we sufficient of ourselves? Our apostle affirms, in another case, that we are not sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 5. His meaning, therefore, must be, I find a sufficiency of satisfaction in my own heart, through the grace of Christ that is in me. Though I have not outward comforts and worldly accommodations to supply my necessities, yet I enjoy portion enough betwixt Christ and my own soul abundantly to satisfy me in every condition. And this interpretation is suitable to that place, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 14, A good man is satisfied from himself, and agreeable to what he verifies of himself in another place, that, though he had nothing, yet he possessed all things.